What is up, everybody? Renfail here, and picking up where we left off from the last video on character progression and doctrines, I mentioned I was going to be doing a video around the leveling up process in Rogue Trader, so that's what we're here for today. We're going to be discussing the entire leveling up progression path of your character in Rogue Trader and your party, because this is a 6-person party game, which is amazing. I love 6-person games. And you have a lot of options to go with here for all of your various characters, and there's some little stuff that is probably going to help you to understand as you get deeper into it. Ultimately, it is a fairly standard leveling up procedure, similar to the Pathfinder games that Owlcat did before. It's just everything has different names and a different presentation. So without further ado, we're going to dive into this morning. You're going to go up here where you see the up arrow on your character icon at the top of the screen. If you're on your ship, it's only going to show your character, but if you're in an adventuring scenario, it's going to show all of your characters. But once you click it, even if you're on your ship, it's going to bring you to this screen, and you're going to see all of your available party members at the top. Now, I only have a total of 5 characters right now, because I haven't unlocked, discovered any more people yet, because I'm still somewhat early on in the beta process here, which is why I love to call these guides the Ultimate Beginner's Guides, because we're dealing with the newbie experience for new players who might be new to Warhammer or new to Owlcat Games. So we're going to dive in. If you haven't already done so and you are a new player, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. As we continue to play this game and other games, check out all the playlists. We multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. There's a Discord, and there's lots of stuff to see and do, so hopefully we'll see you in all of the other games that I play. Now, because we're in beta, over on the right hand side you're going to see things occasionally like, warning, this version only contains limited selection of advancement paths for the leader for the second half of the version content. If you plan on playing this game or this version for 10 plus hours, consider selecting another doctrine. And that's because it is early on in the process. You're going to know little things like this, like if you're hovering over the top of this, the doctrines is like overlaying on top of something else because it's a little buggy. So you would click back here in this case, and then we would, select your various character. Now, if I'm on my marksman, it's going to tell me to upgrade the marksman doctrine. If I'm on the leader, it's going to tell me to upgrade the leader doctrine. So on and so forth, the adept and the fighter. The tier 2 doctrines don't come into play yet because, as we discussed in the previous video, your tier 1 doctrine takes you to level 15. So we got to get to level 15 first. And right now, we've gone through the first 6 levels of the game. This represents the first level here. This is the second level. This is the third level. This is the 4th level. This is the 5th. 6th. Now we're going on to the 7th. No, sorry, we're not leveling up to 6. We're leveling up to 7 right now. So the ones you've already leveled are represented on the radius here by a green icon filler bar here, and then you've got the yellow over here, which represents the one that you're supposed to do right now, and then you've got your 2 options here. And you'll notice that a lot of these are missing icons because of the way they've done this and because they're in beta. They may be adding more icons to this as you get deeper in. But essentially, for level 1, we came in and we took demolition, and then we took dash. Excuse me, that was level 2. Level 3, we did exploit setting, and then awareness. Level 4, we did our keystone ability got unlocked, and then we also chose awareness. And then we went into level 5, which was the ballistic skill and the fired up, and then level 6 we did ballistic skill and revel in slaughter. Now over here on the left hand side, you've got all of your characteristics, weapons, and skills, which if you don't know what these are, we can go through those in a different video, but these are all of the statistics for your character if you're not familiar with that, and those will get modified as we go through the leveling process anytime you're dealing with ability upgrades and stuff. So let's just take a look at what we have available to us for the marksman leveling up to level 7. So it says here, choose a characteristic, and this is where we're directly going to be modifying some of the stats over here on the left hand side by our choice. Now the ones that have a thumbs up over them, as you can see, we have a thumbs up icon. Those are the ones that are recommended for your doctrine. But you could obviously do whatever you want here if you wanted to go and pick something else. But because I am a marksman, I like the ballistic skill, which is your accuracy with all forms of ranged weapons. Indicates a character's an excellent marksman, someone to be feared in a firefighter shootout. But agility is also useful for your quickness, reflexes. It adjusts your movement rate, which is the most important thing if you're worried about doing a lot of movement. Now, I find for the marksman in particular, it's not that big of a deal to have a high movement rate because mostly I'm going to be worried about hunkering down behind cover and just moving cover to cover as we go through the combat scenario. However, movement is very useful, I have found, for my fighter characters or the leader characters because they need to be moving around the battlefield a lot more. Because they got to do situational placement. So I'm probably just going to go with the ballistic skill here. That's going to take that up by 5 points. And if you look over here on the left-hand side, you're going to notice this change slightly, depending on what I have chosen here. So ballistic skill will go up to 50. Right now, you'll see it's at 50 over here. But we'll go from there. So we're going to take the ballistic skill. We're going to click next. And now we are going to be asked to choose another one. In this case, we're getting 2 skills for this particular level. My awareness is pretty high already. Demolition is using, crafting and employing explosives. I wouldn't mind taking that up to 65 to match my awareness. We're going to go ahead and pick that. It goes up to 10 actually this time. And I'm going to click to summary. And this is going to say, okay, this is what you like. As long as you're happy with all of this, click apply selections. You're going to click this. And now you're going to notice on this side, all of these characteristics and things have been updated accordingly to match the selection that I just made. Then we move on to the next character, which in this case is Cassia, my leader, and it's going to be a similar situation, but because she's a different doctrine, she's getting different selections here. So right now she's going to be asked to choose an ability. So let's see what we've got here. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Break their ranks. This ability can only target allies that have enemies adjacent to them. Till the beginning of the leader's next turn, all targets' melee attacks deal bonus damage multiplied with the number of... That's going to be good for my fighter. That's going to be very good for my fighter. Yeah, we're going to do break their ranks. That sounds really, really cool. Now, when you have something in red like this, it means because the maximum rank has been reached, so you can't do anything higher with that at the moment. And then from here, you get to choose about what else you would want to do. You want to bring your commerce higher? Do you want to bring some of your coercion, lore, anything like that higher? I'm going to go ahead and just take the commerce because that'll max it out, and we can go ahead and apply selections. Now we go into my next marksman. Since I already did the one marksman, this is going to be a very similar experience. I'm going to bump her agility up, though, instead of her other one, because I want to get that a little bit higher. Bring the awareness up like so. Click apply. And we're going into the adept. Again, this one's going to be slightly different because we are choosing an ability here. We've got precise attack. Joint study. That's interesting. Sniping shot. She doesn't use ranged, so that's not going to do me any good. But if I was doing ranged with her, that would be good. So this is interesting because it affects intimidated targets. Tactical knowledge. Oh, and then we get into unsanctioned psyker stuff. I might want to do a sale. That sounds really cool, actually. Oh, foreboding's nice. That gives all Allies in the selected area a +3, excuse me, +3 times % dodge. Oh, we're taking that, I think. That's a nice buff. And then we'll go ahead and take... Let's do our tech use a little bit higher. And then apply selections. Then we're going to go to my next character, who is my fighter. We're going to go toughness. And carouse is your ability to resist things, which is nice, but I think we're going to go athletics. Just to get the 10 points and match that up to 70 with carouse. Once you've applied your selections, we are all now level 7 across the board. And you can go in here and see everything as it's laid out here. And that's essentially the process as you level up. Now this might change slightly once the game goes into live state, but that's how it works for the beta. So if you're going to be joining the beta, you still got, I think, about a month, a little bit less than a month. We're launching on December 7th is when the game goes live. So if you want to join the beta and get into early access and start to do R&D like I'm doing to learn how to play the game and to learn Warhammer, because I knew nothing about the lore of this game before I started playing, now's the perfect time. And if you want to learn more about the game alongside me as we continue our Ultimate Beginner's Guide series and the other things that we're doing here on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Check out all the videos in the playlist as well as our Discord. Links are down below. And of course, if you want to support, drop a super thanks on this video or join in one of the live streams or join as a member of the channel. And don't forget, we're multi-streaming on Twitch these days, so we'll see you there as well. Until next time, stay safe, everybody.